Hey there, Postal here. Today we're taking out the FW190A-1 on request. This is Tier 5 German multi-role fighter. Oh, hopefully this is a good recording. I've had a lot of good games, had a lot of good wins, but being a multi-role of this caliber, typically the plane itself is built for support. And so if you're using it properly, typically the games are over more quickly than they need to be. So in this kind of situation, I'm actually going to save my bombs. You know what? Wait a minute. These bombs reload so freaking quickly. Let's not save them. Let's kill this guy. Let's drop some bombs here. Drop some bombs here. Come on. All 4 bombs. So this multi-role is very, very not maneuverable. Yeah, look at that, flipped it. And it's not a really good sentence, but that's not the point. This plane is incredibly unmaneuverable. How's that better sentence, right? And so you're not getting into any kind of dogfight in a cluster situation is going to be the death of you pretty quickly. At the very least, at the most, it's going to be frustrating as hell too. You're going to be thinking this plane sucks. So I play this plane very much like a Hyena. You want to stay on the periphery. You want to take advantage of targets of opportunity, targets that can't defend themselves, or targets that you're able to kill quickly enough. And this guy seems like he might be my next target. So this plane has 2 20mm cannons. At Tier 5, that's pretty strong, right? And one of the things the FW190s have going for them is ridiculously strong guns. I equate them to some heavy fighter guns. Per their tier. The Dora especially, it's like, holy freaking cow. Is this guy coming at me? No, he's not. I was going to say, I didn't think he was, but let's see what we can do versus this Key 45. So I'm turning versus the Key 45 because this guy's all alone. He's the one that's out of position, not me. Excellent. And we got the center section here. So I can do that because I wasn't the focus of attention. And so the key with this plane is really you got to focus on the map. If you're not paying attention to the map, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because if you get caught out in any of the FW190s, you will be dead. And you'll be frustrated with yourself because the plane has such strong capabilities that when you're dead, you know, you can't do anything on this thing. I know. Words of wisdom from Postal. So we've got a Hurricane 1 over here. We've got something else that's above me that's not really paying attention to me. So let's go ahead and let's take care of this guy. It's turning away. And you can just see how quickly this plane just devastates enemy planes. Oh, shenanigans. I've set myself up for failure. So let's head him on. Firing your rockets, okay. Cool story. Let's go ahead and get in here and hopefully, just, I don't know, drop some bombs, I guess, huh? Make it so they can't heal up. And we're going to continue on. Nope, got a heavy fighter on me. The heavy fighter is what's going to kill me, not the freaking humans, which kind of sucks. But oh well. Just trying to get out of the sector, to be honest. Please don't put me into the no, thank you, sir. If I can get out of the sector, then you're gonna crash me. Wow, thanks. That's funny. Anyway, so with this plane, what you want to be doing is attacking as often as possible. It's an attack plane. Putting it into a defense mode it can do that for a while, but its best position is using these ridiculous guns and using the bombs to flip sectors sooner rather than later. I hate air supremacy in this plane because, I mean, it's okay, again, at taking out airplanes, but if somebody's attacking, usually it's a concentration of, 3 to 4, half a dozen planes attacking, and this plane's not good in those situations. This plane is much better in one-on-one engagements. It's much better at that kind of thinking, that kind of mentality when it comes to interacting. So staying to the outside here, everybody is hopefully paying attention to other things. Yes, they definitely are. Let's see if I can save or do something to help our friend here. I should not be dogfighting, but it is what it is. Especially against a freaking hurricane. Okay, let's bolt away here. Cool. Alright, excellent. So let's get the heck out of dodge. Engaging my boost. Nobody's paying attention. Who, postal? No, no postal here, sir. There's a boomerang. Let's see. Do I want to go for the boomerang? I guess I do. What other options do I have? Okay. I'll take a kill no matter how you can get the kill. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. I was hoping to save my friendly there. Tap, 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 tap. A lot of the times I'm just tapping the guns because the 20mm cannons will overheat a little bit quickly.
Way to go. Victory is close.
His engine's knocked out. I mean, the I-16 doesn't have the best engine power to begin with, so not having any engines, it's like just basically floating in space there. And unfortunately, speaking of air supremacy, superiority, whatever. Alright. That's what we're stuck with here. So the game's going to be over pretty darn quickly. But you can see what this plane can do, right? Just dropping bombs as supplemental assistance, using its guns on targets of opportunity, targets that are not paying attention. And you'll do well with this plane. Just don't put... you got to keep yourself basically out of bad situations. Doing that will allow you to have a lot of success with this plane. I'm gonna have to post this video, so I guess I'll GG everybody. Oops. FF. Good job there, Postal. Making friends. So I've had so many games. I mean, I've been recording now for an hour and a half. On the same plane. And I've had so many games where basically that's what I've done, is very similar to what just happened there. Sometimes I've bombed a little bit more, sometimes I've had to gun a little bit more, sometimes I've been stuck in situations where I was in the center and having to defend when I didn't really want to be, but that's what I was stuck doing. And, for better or for worse, super outstanding games in the FW190, at least at Tier 5, it's proving very difficult to do. Again, not that I'm having bad games as far as impact is concerned. I'm not having bad games as far as win rate is concerned. But I'm just having I'm not having. I try to aim for 12 and above as far as personal points is concerned, 12,000 before I post a game. It is what it is. We had a lot of great support here from DSU. I'm gonna GG him. But this is a multi-role in the most purest of senses. Its guns are going to do what you want its guns to do. Its bombs are going to do what you want its bombs to do. And a GG sniff in here as well. And it's not necessarily flashy about it. If you're playing it to be successful in it, you're not going to put it in a situation that is going to get you an ace. You're going to stay on the outside. You're going to knock out planes that aren't paying attention. You're going to drive your team's success. And you might not necessarily look flashy doing it, but literally the enemy team didn't have a whole lot they could do in that situation, right? They focused on other planes. I was able to come in, swoop in, use my superior gunfire to kind of take them out, or at least freak them out to where they crashed. You're reloading bombs. Your bombs reload very quickly, I should say, and that certainly makes for a well-rounded multi-role plane. You can't try to dogfight. I'm going to reiterate it 100 times. Don't dogfight unless it's a one-on-one situation and all you need to do is get a couple good hits in them. Don't turn with other fighters. You have to make that conscious decision, but you saw there was a couple times there where I just kept going straight because it was the smart thing to do. It was the better tactic to try to get away, to create distance between you and the enemy. There was times where I did turn, but that's because I knew that I was going to kill the enemy before they had the opportunity to get behind me, kind of situation. Play this plane kind of sort of like a slow heavy fighter. Do the same thing with the tier 7. And you'll certainly have success with this plane. I really enjoy these planes. But I enjoy them. I want my multi-rolls to be multi-rolls. Like, I like the Batwing. I like the Jawas. But in my opinion, they're not like... They're more fighters than they are multi-rolls. Yeah, they can do multi-roll kind of stuff. But the FW-190s... The F4Us on the American line, the Thunderbolts, like those are multi-rolls in the truest of sense. They're ground attack planes that can also do some damage up high, and so I like that ability. So I'm gonna post this as the video just because I can't play. You know, how many games have I played here? What, 12 games in the FW 190, and I've had one loss and a bunch of wins. And you just put your team's success above yours, and you'll actually have greater success doing that as well. The whole point of a multi-roll, right? Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave some helpful hints on this particular plane, and to be honest, in unmaneuverable multi-rolls in general. This was a fun grind for me to get to the Batwings, and then you've got the Batwings, which are a complete 180 in the process. So, yeah, keep at it if you're struggling on this line. Stay away from being in the hornet's nest, and you can definitely have success with this line. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gave some helpful hints to some gameplay, and keep on grinding. Have a great day. Bye.